Hi, I'm Coleen and welcome to my channel. Welcome to our Hat Trick Quilters 2025 Block of the Month with Sylvia, You and Me FVP, and Melissa, Practically Creative. Don't forget to go see what they've done for their prompt. Now, I decided on making shattered stars for all the countries that we picked for this year. This month's prompt is China, in case you missed that. So this will be China Shattered Star. I'm cutting out my templates, and by the way, they worked this time. I chain pieced. I remembered to start the video. Yay! Give me a like for that, please. Darn it. I was not going to be a dork today. You can see where I've written on them. Instead of printing out all the templates, I just put how many of each I needed and printed out, I think, like half of them. I don't remember what's in the doc that will be free for, well, basically a month until the next video comes out for our block of the month. This pattern will be free, and I have made a setting for the blocks to put the blocks together. You'll see that at the very end. I'm still working on getting the math and all that, so I don't have that for you guys yet. And I am making mine to where it could fit a minky on the back. I don't know that I'm going to put minky on the back of this one, but I like to have them that size. That way if I get a 2-yard cut of minky, it will work. Now these templates, if they are symmetrical, which means if you fold it in half, it's the same on the left as it is the right, you can stack these fabrics up. It doesn't matter if it's right side up, wrong side up. Stack them up 4 high and cut them. If it's not symmetrical and you do it like I am right here with wrong side up and wrong side down, you're going to get one left and one right facing. But that was okay because I needed one left and one right, so I was just going ahead and cutting those out anyway. And these are just scraps of fabric. I got all my fabric cut before I even went over to the sewing machine, which I really like. I cut it and then I even let it set for a little while after I cut it. So there was no hurry once I got these templates cut out. I waited and then I cut the fabric out. I didn't do this all at once, even though it didn't take forever. That is Elmer's school glue. I got smart because it was shifting around on me. Every time I moved my hand, it would move. And when you have trimmers, you move your hand all the time. I don't know when I'm actually going to do this. I don't think I managed yet. If I put my fabrics facing down, they would be exactly what they should be for the FPP pieces when I print them. I keep facing my fabrics up for the templates. Now, if you're just using the templates, that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter at all. So all you gotta do is stack them and then sew them together, and I use the FPP placement to work that out, which one is 1, 2, and 3 sewn first, second, and third, and I'll explain that later. These templates have the seam allowance on them, so I'm just cutting around them. And if you don't want to try FPP, this is a fantastic way to do complicated blocks, especially when you get to chain piece. I can chain piece with some FPP, but I don't really like to because you always get that odd, you've got an inch of paper left and you need to start the next one, so you don't really want to chain stitch it and then you take it, you know. But with the templates, it's just like if you took 2 squares to sew together, you just sew them together with your 1/4 inch right sides together, and they're already cut to size, so you don't have to trim. These are 12-inch finished. As I'm cutting these, I'm sorting pieces that are big enough for me to use on other things, and so I have them all sorted out. And now I've got my red, and like I said, it says what color it is because I got tired of coloring, so it says what color it is on the template, and I put them all. This is where all my pins went. I had so many things pinned together to sew later. I've gotten most of them back though, and I am using scraps. If I can fit that on a little piece, I will. I'm pretty sure I do. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out the most efficient way to do it. It seems to be it. I think what had happened is I had cut those reds. Maybe I cut them for something else wrong. Anyway, I'm using my, I should just glue that again. Instead of trying to keep my ruler in place, just glue it. Just glue the thing down with some Elmer's school glue. It washes out. One of my glues I'm having trouble with. I think I got a defective batch of Elmer's glue. The school glue, not the liquid kind, the sticks, which is weird. And that purple one that changes color when it dries, I don't care for that one at all. That may have been, I don't know. They may be old. I don't know when I don't remember when I got them. Recent or further back. Anyway, and they're going in little snack size baggies and into this folder for later, and it's later. So now I'm going to take them out. I'm going to grab the FPP that I printed out. I should have left on my computer. And I didn't need to print all of them out because there's only 2 blocks and then they repeat. I'm setting these up in the order that these FPP papers say. And yeah, I'm flipping them over because we already discussed this. And that is all the blocks. And we're going to chain piece the one on the lower left and then the one on the upper right, and I'm turning them over so we can see the right sides of our fabric, because my brain just was not going to flip them over correctly. I have figured out the templates. I told you that these were printed in reverse. So my templates, because I have the fabric side glued to the template, is backwards. First of all, I put them in place, and this is 1, 2, and 3. So I'm going to put alphabetties in position A, B, which is 2, C, which is 3. And this is a repeat. So we're going to chain stitch 4 sections, 1, 2, 3, 4. We have 4 fabrics of each one. And then we'll do the other section the same way, put the alphabetties on, chain stitch. This is going to be a quick block. And now that I figured this out, hopefully they all are. And I don't have so much editing to do. I'm still using a 1.6 inch or 1.6 stitch length. Okay, so I'm going to start with my A and B, and that's what I'm going to have over here. I'm going to put them over here just like they laid. All of these will be, we're going to put this right there. Flip this over and sew it. We're going to sew the short side. This cute love goes together. Alright, and since we cut these from templates, there's going to be no trimming. I'm going to leave that one on instead of using a leader and ender. I'm going to press now. Do finger press. Now that we've got section A, B, I'm going to bring section C over from the board. Don't let it mess with your head. It goes right there. I'm going to put this up here. All you do is turn it. You'll have excess over here. Line up my edges. Pin, glue, clip, or just sew and pray. This is not the ideal way to do this, just, you know. Off. Like that, we have 4. Set, set, set. Oop, just got my fingers. Whoops. Yep, set. Now I'm going to, which side is that one going to go to? You can't all go to the yellow side, that's just mean. I'm going to push it to the red side, which means red on top. And there's 1. And there's 4. So in 10 minutes, we got 4 sections done. Yay! So I'm going to go over here and look at the FPP so I know where to put my number 1, number 2, same as before. That one, the smaller one, then the bigger one. Alright. Right sides together, yellow goes to the red. Sides line up. Hang on to your threads. Again, I'm going to go 1, threads off, 2, whoops, 3. That one stays on. And push that to the red. 2. So we have our AB pieces back here. We're gonna grab C, which was on my outer corner, so I'll make sure I put that back on the outer side. Right sides together. Okay. How many do I need? Okay, so from this direction, because I don't like starting at the tip to sew, I just don't. Right on top. That way that's the way our seam will go. I'm trying not to stretch my fabrics because I cut every direction. There's a better than 80% chance these are bias. There's all of our 1 units. Here's all the other units. I should have a picture up, but I think I can do this without one because I'm pretty sure. Yes, that's what we're supposed to get. And I'm going to stack them all like this. If you have the same color touching each other, you've done something wrong. And now we are going to sew these right sides together. This is when you say fiddlesticks. This I'm going to have to turn with every one because this seam right here should lock. Should lock, should kiss, should smooch. I'm going to put a clip there. I'm going to go ahead and set all of these up. Pardon me. All of these up like that. It's 5 in the morning. I haven't had my coffee yet. seams going, so I push the red this way and the red this way. So if you always, when you do these, if you press to the yellow, they will nest. And as you know, I don't try these before I get on camera, and I do them. And then you get what you get. I like pins better for this, but I'm not in a pin mood. I think this is the easier side to get to than this. I'm going to start, and then I'm going to fidget to make sure those are all lined up. Hold your threads, use a leader and ender. Through that one, now I'm going to line these up better. Oh no. And these also nest, which it's easier for me to do these while I'm sewing. See, I flatten the yellow, and the yellow's flat over here. I'm going to pull that fabric underneath to get that lined up again. You could pin or clip both or glue it before you come over here to your sewing machine. I flatten my yellows right there. Put them up next to each other. I must have miscut because those are supposed to be butted up next to each other, and then I have a little piece right here. It will be okay. Because I had to turn some of these seams, I'm clipping them so they lay flat when I iron them. Get this to the center, and we have 1/4 turn. Is that a quarter turn? This is a 3/4 turn, and this will be a full turn if you're going with that system. Anyway, I like it. I like it. Now we're just going to do a 4 patch. Go to the side, and these right here will nest. So I'm pressing. I'm going to put that pin there, and then I'm going to put them back down because now I've tried to confuse myself. These are still to the outside. I'm going to go down this side and down this side. I want all these points on the outside. Oh, and then there will be nesting to do. Right sides together, flip it over, making my seams to go the way I want so these nest. One seam that way, one seam this way. There's a lot of bulk on both sides. Doesn't matter which way I go, there's a lot of bulk. I'm trying to get that pin through the middle of that V right there. There's a little rhyme or reason why I choose one. Usually if there's one that's going to turn to the less bulky side, that's the side I'll move. In this case, that's That's just not going to happen. Again, I want a pin. I've hid the V on that side. Through that V right here, so we keep that point. There's where the thread meets. The thread meets. The thread meets. I know better than to get confident at this time. It could still go wrong. Worrying about that seam and talking to you and being irresponsible as usual really is the cause. I'm not trying to blame you, it's me. I felt like my red slips. Well, I did, but it didn't slip so much that it's gonna do bad things. I'm gonna go with that again because I'm convinced that's a good machine. Let's go over a 1/4 inch. I probably veered anyway. Let's just start there. Because I can tell you I veered a little bit. Badly I veered off down there. That's what happened. And here's the grand reveal. Ta-da! I couldn't be happier. One block, one win. We're starting the day good. I start in the center and press toward the outer corners. 48 minutes with a mistake. I don't know what this will be down to by the time I get it up. I'm really happy with that. And this will go in the Shattered Stars quilt. Don't forget to visit my friends, Practically Creative, Melissa and Sylvia at You and Me FPP. See what they do for a block for China. Thanks for joining me. Thanks for checking out my channel. I hope you come back, and I hope you sew along or get some inspiration from the block of the month with the Hat Trick Quilters. Take care. Be the light you hope to see in others.